Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday, the 12th day of January. It is National Curried Chicken Day today. Do I like curried chicken? Have I had
I don't
that?
think you like curry,
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had it.
so you probably don't care for
National
curried chicken.
Kiss a Ginger Day. Do I like to kiss gingers?
You better not like to kiss gingers.
Heidi's my wife, so yeah. I don't like to kiss anybody but her. National
Good answer.
I know. National Marzipan Day today. It's like an almond thing.
I
that you
like marzipan.
quite often we'll see in like cakes and stuff. And National Pharmacist Day. So hug your local drug dealer. Legal drug dealer, pharmacists. So all of those things. And it is a Thursday. So we have a Dear John letter. We'll be getting to that later in the program. And I want to let you know, you can submit your own Dear John letter as well.
You sure can, and you should.
Yeah, it's simple to do at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com or at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you want to be healthier, hang out with your friends. University of Maryland professor Marissa G. Franco, author of Platonic, How the Science of Attachment Can Help You Make and Keep Friends, says people tend to rank romantic love as important to our well-being, and friendship is sometimes seen as second class. But people with strong friendships tend to have better mental health. Studies suggest that they're in better physical health as well. How? Well, there's a strong psychological effect of friendship. Simply put, friends help us cope with stress. In one study, people were intimidated at the prospect of climbing a hill, like a steep hill, but when people were standing next to a friend and they did the same exact study, they didn't see it nearly as challenging because they were helping each other up the hill.
It's called peer pressure, John.
Is that
Our
what
parents
it is?
warned us about it when we were children.
Brain imaging studies suggest...
It's not that high of a bridge.
Friendships even seem to affect our immune system in a positive way. And we'll move on. That is surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know 1 in 5 millennials say they're okay with the idea of a tattoo ring for a marriage instead of a wedding ring? In a poll of 2,000 Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X, and baby boomers in serious relationships, 66% of all respondents said they'd be interested in giving or receiving an engagement ring that does not feature a traditional diamond. Younger generations are most open to alternate rings, like 74% of both Gen Z and millennials are open to it, while only half of baby boomers agree. Tattoos aside, metal, emeralds, and sapphires were the most popular alternate
I've noticed a
engagement
lot
rings.
more people doing,
Have you seen the silicone ones?
I think so, yes.
It's almost like the silicone bands you wear for a wrist, but they have that and I know a guy that is like a mechanic. He works and he has one of those because
he doesn't want to lose a finger.
You can lose a finger if you get it caught, but that'll just break the silicone instead.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a good idea. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Bryan Cranston is reprising his Breaking Bad role of Walter White for a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, fun.
Popcorners, those little Frito-Lay brand
you
chips.
love those
They really are good.
things. Yeah.
And Edward Norton has learned that he is, in real life, a descendant of Pocahontas.
Oh.
Yeah, so 12th generation great-grandmother, I believe is what. And this was on a program called Finding Your Roots on PBS.
I've seen that before.
A genealogical show. I can't speak. And I'm reading through quick because I had 3 stories to get to today. Hugh Jackman is begging the Academy not to nominate Ryan Reynolds for a standout number in Apple's musical Spirited.
Why?
Jackman said he wanted to share a positive message for a new year, but he said, hey, recent events are going to make that impossible. If this guy wins this award, I'm going to be working with him in the Deadpool 3. Trust me, it would be a bad idea for him to be even nominated, because if he is, there's no way I'll be able to work with him. My life will be insufferable. So
Those two are hilarious.
I think they're like
together.
best friends, but they like to do stuff like
yeah,
this. And I
they're
think
hilarious.
I think it's really, really cool. All right, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Yesterday, we started talking about all the influential tech out in Las Vegas at the Consumer Electronics Show last week. Like this, a foldable phone that also slides. It's a new Samsung Flex Hybrid concept. So it folds like the Galaxy Fold, but it also slides out and extends itself. So how about a laptop in glasses-free 3D? Image leap off the screen, and you don't need to have 3D glasses. It looks like very interesting.
That would make me so sick.
Yeah. Metaverse for kids. The Ryobi-verse is a thing for young kids to be online, in whatever, the metaverse. How about smarter smartwatches? How smart, you might ask? Go ahead and ask.
How smart, John.
They can track your heart rate. They can check your sleep quality, blood oxygen levels, but they can also go a little further. They can measure your fatigue, your alertness level. They'll even tell whether you're a night owl or an early bird. Okay. I don't know if I want my watch knowing all that about me. Would you pay $3,300 for a stroller? How about a self-driving stroller?
No. What?
Yeah.
Why would anybody
An
strap
autonomous
their
stroller.
kid?
I don't know. It's a hands-free stroller, but only when a child is not inside.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Why would you want a stroller?
I don't know. And then it's going to just glitch out and take off with your kid in it. Hey, get back here with my kid. Parents walking stroller downhill, rush to save a child, dropped his toy, rolling away. The stroller breaks on its own. That's kind of a neat thing. Child inside the stroller wants to be carried. The stroller will walk alongside you so you can carry the kid, and you don't have to try to, tug the stroller along. So that makes sense. And finally, BMW unveiled 2 different concept cars that look kind of the same. They're both called iVision D, D-E-E, and that stands for Digital Emotional Experience. It's kind of like a mood ring for cars. So while you're in the car, if you're in a good mood, it's got one color, and if you're in a bad mood, it's got a different color. I don't know. It's somehow tied to your facial expressions, so the car can show if you're happy, astonished, whatever. It's a little smarter than I need my car. I've got all of this in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, Dear John.
All right, this is a unique Dear John letter because it's kind of asking for your advice too. So it's kind of a Dear John and Heidi letter.
Okay.
But I don't have a theme song for that. So
There should be.
Yeah. So here we go. Dear John, here's a question for you and Heidi. My wife and I have arguments about some of the dumbest things. Usually it's something like the wording of how she said something. So I'll ask you two to translate this one for me. I had an opportunity to go to an event, but it was not something I could get her a ticket for. There was only one ticket available, and it was offered to me for free. I told her about it. She said, if you want to go, you should go. So I did. Now she seems upset at me about this event. Well, then I had another opportunity to buy tickets to a different event that we could both go to. I asked if she would like to go, and she said, here's a quote, "If you want to," end quote. And I did. So I bought the tickets. Now she seems upset about that. So my question is, if you ask someone to do something with you and their response is, "If you want to," would you take that as an affirmative response? Or does that mean something else to you? Heidi, John, please both answer so I can see if this is just me. I feel like giving up. Signed, Frustrated Husband. I'm going to just be quiet for a moment. Heidi, what does it mean? If you want to.
If you want to usually means that she doesn't want to, and she's going to see if she can, if you understand that she's not interested.
Does it matter in the tone and how it's said?
Usually if a girl is excited about something, she'll flat out say, "I would love that. That would be so much fun."
Okay.
If the response is, "If you want to," it's
How
like,
come when I asked you to marry me, you said, "If you want to"?
If you want to.
No, I didn't really do that. That did not happen. No, but I was thinking about this. There have been many times in our life where I'll say, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And you're like, "Yeah, if you want to, we could do that." So does that mean you really don't want to do that?
9 times out of 10, everything you ask me to do, I have no interest in.
Hey, what do you think of this? Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, men, I love how they try to play, "I don't know what she's talking about." You know when I am genuinely excited about something, and you know when I'm not. And if I need to be a nag and a horrible person and say, "I'm not going to do that," then I guess that's the way we can phrase things.
You do say that about a lot of things.
I do. Most women do not.
That's where I'm just saying here.
Most women try to beat around the bush. She's not interested in going if she says, "If you want to."
So it feels to me like there's a divide, though, because the first one, he had tickets to go, and she said, "If you want to go, you should go." And I'm looking at that. If you want to go, you should go. To me, that's an affirmative thing that, yes, you should absolutely do this. And then he went, and then she seemed like she was maybe upset that he went without her. I got to tell you.
I don't think she was upset about the first one. I think she didn't probably want to go to the second one.
I got to tell you, though, I probably wouldn't have gone to an event without you.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm serious. If it's something you wanted to go to.
You know what? Maybe we should open up the phone lines for this one. How many people have seen John at events without Heidi?
Well, let's not do that. Okay, let's also ask, how many times does Heidi not want to go to the things that I go to? That's 100% of the time. And I'm like, "Hey, you want to come with me?" You're like, no. Got an event coming up this weekend that I'm doing by myself. I got 2 tickets for it, by the way. And then Heidi's like, "Yeah, I'm not going." So,
I told you ahead of time I didn't want to go.
Yeah, after I got the 2 tickets for it. This letter is from me, by the way. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. But no, I got to tell you, I'm looking at this going, okay, if you want to go, you should go. To me, that is her saying you should do this. So maybe Heidi's right. Maybe she's not upset about that first one. But the second one, if you want to, and I bought the tickets, now she seems upset. So if you ask somebody for, if they want to do something and their response is, "If you want to," would you take that as an affirmative
They're
response?
not excited.
Well, for me personally, and I also think it would be how they say it. Because if it's something where like, "Well, if you want to go, then we can go." That doesn't necessarily mean they don't want to go. But it would mean that that's not something that they wanted to do, but I'll go with you. But if you want to, would mean I don't want to, but you can go to it. Am I reading way too much into this?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, if you'd like to chime in with advice, if you want to, you can do that on our Facebook page, if you want to, at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Also, if you've got a Dear John letter for next week, maybe another way to get me in hot water, you can do that as well, either at the same place at the Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show, or at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
91% of people skip the first slice of bread because it's ugly. I
Okay.
actually like that.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite slice, but I eat it.
I'll take that, and I'll take the last slice, and I'll put them together and make me one heck of a sandwich. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you ran literally at a snail's pace, it would take you 18 months to finish a marathon.
Okay.
Wow. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word gymnastics comes from two Greek words meaning to train naked. This is because many Greek athletes would train completely naked for the ancient Olympic Games.
Okay.
So gymnastic means to train naked. Glad we're not still doing that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A high-quality Persian rug can last for about 500 years.
Okay. I wouldn't want my rugs last. I change my mind so often.
I was going to say, we've never had a rug for more than a year. It's like a year and a half, maybe at the top. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ed Sheeran has a ketchup bottle tattooed on his arm.
Why?
Because he's a ketchup fan, probably? I don't know. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day.
Yay!
It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Heidi, 23% of women say this is their partner's worst habit. What is it?
Wearing Crocs.
No. Just because
Not picking up their clothes.
Just because you don't like Crocs.
Throwing their clothes all over the floor and just walking away.
Why are you talking about me? It's not about me, Heidi. No, the answer, by the way, is leaving a wet towel on the bed. I don't think I've ever done that in 23 years of marriage.
No, I don't think you've ever done that. No.
So there. See, you don't have it so bad after all. Except for I wear Crocs and I throw my laundry everywhere, apparently, like a wood chipper, it sounds like.
You do. It's ridiculous.
Mint
I'm
Mobile
always
question. I'm
picking
going
up
to turn
your
her mic off now. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. Firefighters in Australia say a cow found wandering through a mall was rescued a second time in less than 24 hours when it became stuck in mud. The curious cow was first rescued Tuesday night when it was found wandering loose through a shopping center in Sydney, actually just outside of Sydney. Emergency workers ended up taking the cow to the grounds of the Western Sydney University at Warrington to keep it safe overnight. Bessie required rescue again Wednesday morning when firefighters got another call about a cow that wandered into a dam on the campus and got stuck all the way to its stomach. So this cow is quite the...
Just out cruising around, checking things out.
Quite the explorer, but apparently not a very good one. So
that's adorable.
I'm not exactly sure. Again, the wandering through the mall, I can see where they would call and say, hey, we need help. The other one, how did they even, again, stuck in mud up to its stomach, how'd they get the cow out of that? Does that sound like a mess?
Oh, it sounds like it would be very difficult.
It would not be it's not like you just grab a cow and pick it up. So, weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Part 4 of the most anticipated movies of 2023. The Little Mermaid is coming out May 26th. So Halle Berry is making waves as Princess Ariel in this one. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, June 2nd. And this is a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. Transformers Rise of the Beasts, June 9th. What else do we have on here? Elemental, June 16th. It's from Pixar. It's their 27th film. What else do we have? No Hard Feelings, June 23rd. Jennifer Lawrence is in this. The Flash, June 23rd. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, June 30th. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, July 14th. We're only halfway through the year. Barbie, July 21st. This is Margot Robbie as the fashion doll in this movie. Ryan Gosling is Ken. And that's going to do it for today. So we'll have more coming up tomorrow. This is a big, long list, but these are all the movies that are coming out this year that people are excited about. Are you excited, Heidi?
Oh, yeah.
You
I
sound
can hardly
excited.
contain myself.
You can see this list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than 15 bucks, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Quote today is from Emo Phillips. We had a chance to see Emo Phillips. Very, very funny guy.
He was hilarious.
And he said, a computer once beat me at chess, but it was no match for me at kickboxing. I like that kind of
dude's hilarious.
Yeah, he very, very, very funny. So anyway, that is your quote for the day. Comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. It says, this is buzzworthy. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has granted a conditional license for a vaccine to help honeybees.
What?
Yeah. So honeybees have been getting an American disease called foul brood disease. It weakens and then kills hives. Well, this is the world's first vaccine for honeybees. It's being called a, quote, breakthrough. Ann Kleiser, chief executive of vaccine manufacturer Dahlin Animal Health, said, there is no cure for foul brood, which is caused by a larvae in the bacterium of Pansabellicus. Nailed it. Originated in the United States, but is now spread around the world. When it's discovered, beekeepers must destroy and burn infected colonies. The vaccine is given to queen bees, which pass on immunity to the next generation. So they're saying what this thing can do, they can't cure this, but what they can do is they can go to all the healthy hives and they can give them this vaccine so it won't affect them if they do get this, whatever it's called, this brood, something brood. What was it called again? Foul brood. So, I don't know. I've got the whole story if you want to read the information in here. I'm very confused because I don't know how any of this stuff works, but if it's a way to keep bees healthy. Wasn't there a story a while ago where like bees were supposed to be extinct by now?
Oh, yeah, they were in serious trouble.
So we've apparently made some sort
but you
of
know
changes.
how many people have stepped up and
Oh, yeah.
started their own hives? I mean, we
I
know
people.
several people,
I know people who
have hives.
their own honeybees. So again, I don't know anything about this. So if you'd like to know more, there's all that I read is in the show notes. You can see it there at johnandheidishow.com. But sounds like it's kind of a cool thing. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.